and welcome to Cigar Box Guitars, aka the Dutch Man in San Marcos, and I am the DISM, coming to you with another episode of the Total Wine Cigar Box 3-string guitar. So let's get going. Well, hello. So here we go with another episode of the Total Wine Cigar Box guitar that we're building. We're trying to make this cigar box into another stunner because we're going to have an opportunity possibly to put it in the store so people can see it, get my card, and maybe call me and maybe even buy one. But that's not why I do it. I do it only out of pure fun. But, you know, the wife says it'd be nice to sell a few of these. So anyways, so that's the plan, and we're sticking with it. So let's get going on some of these. Let me show you a few things, and then I'll move you to the bench. Last week, and I don't know if you can see this. Last week, I didn't catch. My footage I had on camera got lost, but I got this ring out of here. It was actually glued into the box, so I got that piece out. I'm debating whether I want to cut it out and stick it back in because this ring actually holds it closed when it closes, because as you can see, it doesn't have a latch on it. So the ring is actually kind of the closing piece. So we'll get into that. I did decide. And off camera, I found another piece of this and cut it to the shape of the box, so that fits right in the box. The other piece this was still sitting on my saw when I cut that scarf joint for the neck, and I thought, you know what would work nice is where the neck is coming out. I'm actually going to use this to be that little piece under the neck. That little piece under the neck to already be cut. So, kind of recycling stuff. And that's what we're all about on this show. So, let me get you over the bench, and we'll get working. So, here we go. All right, so here we go. I kind of like this shot because I think you can see everything on my bench. You can even see my big gut. But in here, right here, right there, I got to remember you can't see that side. But I'm going to stick with this shot. It's looking pretty good. So let's get going. Like I was saying in the intro, I got this thing out, and I showed you this piece that I want to use. It'll actually, I got the neck here. It'll actually be that piece. When it's in the box, it'll be like that, and so it'll be slimmed down, and then the box will be here. So we'll recycle that piece. I'm going to set that aside so we don't lose it. I didn't glue this yet, but what I'm going to do is drill a hole and actually put like a toothpick in there to hold it while it glues, so it won't slide around, and we'll get that glued up. But I kind of kept it on there from last week because I got it really smooth right here. So we're going to set this neck up here because we're going to work on getting this box cut out. And I already took some time, and I might have to show you this closer. I took some time. I thought, you know, if I was already these are those you get them in the lumberyard. They're window shims, you know, when you want to shim a window, but they're the perfect. They're not quite as long as a lot of the boxes, but they're the perfect height and length to give you the pitch on the neck. What I mean by the pitch is if if the neck is in if the neck is in the box is this part, so that the strings are straight. I can't remember for the life of me which direction. So I'm gonna have to figure that out, which will determine what I cut. I'm trying to this time. In the past, you know, I've kind of winged it and glued these things in there. I'm trying to get away with it. That's why I wrote sample on this one, because this is a really clean one. So that way I can put it in a box. I can put it in the box and then measure it and then actually cut the slot. And I can't remember if the neck, I got to get the box right, because I'll get it in the wrong way. The neck has to come out this side, see, because that's the logo. So I got to always kind of remember my orientation. So I'm pretty sure, so the neck would be coming out on this side. No, the neck would be coming out on this side. And I'm pretty sure the orientation is, now I can't remember. I'm gonna have to go look at one of the other cigar boxes I built. So let me go look and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So it looks like the rake is gonna be down. So that would be, I'm still not, I'm thinking here, I'm killing time. Let me think one more minute. Let me be right back. I'm trying it out with my little neck piece here. So hang on. All right, here we go. I had this, this was my mistake neck, but I kept it, which I'm glad I did, because you can see on this one I glued that shim on. Actually, I sanded it a little bit, but I've got the bigger part going to the tailpiece. So that tells me that one, and I know this wasn't the mistake. That tells me I have to put my bigger angle down to this end, the neck coming in here. So as you can see on this one, if it'll fit in there. Anyways, so it'll be like that. So that gives you the extra pull up there. So good reason to hang on to it. I kind of like this one with the ruler. See, I actually fretted it and never did anything with it. I could probably use it on one of these smaller boxes. I don't know how straight it is, but yeah, it was just one of those things where I was trying things. I think I had trouble with the nut up here. As you can see, I can't remember what I did on this one. So anyways, it became a piece just to hang on to for now. But it actually ended up being a piece to help me remember the angle, you know, the angle for this thing. So, which has got to be by the tail. So that's what we'll do. Put that up in the garage of old stuff. So, and the reason I'm stressing over this is because I'm going to cut the box, and I don't want to cut the wrong thing. So I'm measuring 3 times and cutting once, because once I cut the box, then you're gluing stuff back in. And it looks like I did some layout work on this. So I found the center of my box and the width, and I marked it both ways. What I did was, as you can see, I got it marked in here how wide this is. And so that way the neck won't go on this end, it'll go higher up and lower down here. So that way I don't have to glue this piece in. So when this goes in, it'll be like that. But I won't have this piece in the neck will only fit in like that, which will give me the gap underneath. So that's what we're doing. So I got this one ready to cut. I have a line marked right here, the width of this guy. It looks pretty good. Except this wood is darker, and I can't get my... I think I might use a Sharpie here. Usually when I can't see stuff in one, I use a Sharpie. So we'll get that basically centered. So there we have it. So at least I can see the bottom mark. And that'll be, because this piece will actually come out a little bit on my neck. So I want that piece up. And then this side, you can see I've got a bunch of lines marked because I thought it was going that way until I did all my process in my brain of looking at other stuff and figured out which way the neck should fall. And I got it, the neck should fall down that way. I got to keep remembering that. So this side will actually, we need to cut out, to the bottom. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. I got to figure out how I'm going to mark that, because, oh wait a minute though, the neck, when the neck's on it, the neck will be up here. So I do have to cut that to the bottom, because it'll be where I cut this piece here. So I don't have to worry about, I can't stick it through. This piece here will be in a different location. Same thing here. So I'm trying to cut out the least amount of box that I have to, but I definitely know I need to cut all the way down on here. And I think I'm going to use the old-fashioned way, because then I can fit it. So let me get my saw and let's do that. So hang on a minute. All right, so this one, since I'm cutting all the way down to the bottom, I'm just going to use a straight saw. This one here on this side, because it's not going all the way down to the bottom, I'm going to try my new saw out. So that one I'll probably cut here and here, and then I've got some left, so I'll run it in this way and start cutting in that way. So let me get the saw out and we'll cut this one. So we'll cut this one. Let me get my other glasses here. There we go. I'll get it here so you can see it. Can you see that? So we're going to cut this one. I'm going to go on the inside of my line, because like I said, you can always, we'll get it as square as we can. So I got that all the way down, and then I'm going to, let's see, is that right? Just double checking. I'm like, oh no, did I cut it right? And that is right, because this guy will go in here with the rest of it sticking out. So I just need to cut that line, and I usually do that with a knife. I kind of score it so it breaks off, and then it breaks off just like that. See? So all I have to do is file that a little bit. Get my square file out here. And we got that cut out. So this piece is going to be like that, but that'll be all the way flat. So that piece will be down. And, oops, I should have cut this one too. So what I'll do is, I will save this piece. I might have to glue a piece in here. So, not quite the perfect cut. But see, now this neck will come in here. And as you can see, I got a little bit of sanding to do. This neck will come in here. Well, actually, right there to the box. So, let me, as you can see, that's a little tight. Let me file the side. And I'll keep using this piece to fit it, because I don't have to fit it tight. It's not quite yet. Not quite. Almost. Okay, well that's going to take some time. I don't want to waste the camera time because I know you guys don't like to watch too long. So let's get my other tool out and get this one cut. So I'll put you on hold until I get that set up. Hang on. Okay, so here we go. Got the new tool set up. The nice part about the blade is it's not It's just a little smaller, so when I plunge into this one, I can go right on the lines, so that'll be cool. And I think I can get to it. I'm going to put a piece of, let me get another piece of wood underneath this so I don't mess my table all up. So the first time using this tool, let's see if she runs. We'll get you so you can see this thing. Hopefully you can. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna leave it a little big, and we'll see how this baby goes. So there we go. I left it a little wide, but we can always file again. Kind of hard to control. I think going in this way would be easier. Let me try it this way, so I can. Yeah, I'll have to use it more. It seemed like it was easier going in that way. But anyways, I got my, as you can see, I got my hole plunged through there. You got to get really used to holding it because it vibrates pretty bad. And maybe I need to play around with different bits. So I got enough where I can cut this piece out right here. So let's do that. And then the rest will probably be filing, so let's go down here. I don't know how I'd be doing this. It's kind of hard to steady and get it straight. I think I can get it cleaner with this saw. I have to play around with that saw. It's like any new tool, because you do got to hold it pretty. With it vibrating like that, you got to really kind of hold it hard. So there we go, we got our piece out, which might be our piece for here to cover up. So I'm going to hang on to those. Yeah, that could be my cover-up piece. So I'm going to hang on to that. But as you can see this one's a little higher up. So when it comes in, which I'm going to have to sand this one too. That'll give us our angle. So there we have it. And got it the right way. Neck in this way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in here and mark them, and then I'll cut this out. So that'll do it, because I had a lot of like delays in there. So let me swing this around for you, and we can call it a video and trying out this thing. This is nice. It's you really got to hang on to it. So to be steady. It wants to fly. So, but I was glad I tried it out. The more I use it, I think the better I'll get with it. I'm gonna have to do some cutting for the neck, and I think I'll try it on there again too. So, let me get you tipped up here. Don't push that. There we go. Thanks for putting up with me. Hang on. All right, so that'll be the show for this Saturday. Let me see my shot here. I'm trying to get that light out of there. So that'll be my show for this Saturday. And we got to try the new tool, which works really well. I like the way I was able to plunge into it. I found out that plunging down is harder than instead of plunging in like this. So I hope you enjoyed it. There's going to be, I'm still trying to get the show together. You see it in my shorts, for the Red Wing Clay Train. And I actually got a lot of views on one of my shorts. So I am going to go really get that in production and going. I hate the lighting in here. This light here. How's that? That's better. Get that light out of there. So I hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure you tell your friends, tell people about the train show coming up. I got a lot of people looking at my short on it, and so I'm guessing that there's going to be quite a bit of interest. So all you train buffs, get ready for that. And if you're just a train buff and you're not a cigar box guitar guy, hey, try something new of making cigar boxes as well, and then you can join me in the show. So have a great day, and we'll see you next Saturday, same time, same bad station, and enjoy.